folks. I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leith here.
And I'm student meteorologist Melissa Thomas.
And it was a beautiful day waking up.
Gorgeous.
We warmed up just a bit. We've had clear skies just about all throughout the day.
Almost the entire day. I mean, I started it early with a ride down from the Gulf, Panama City, up to Tallahassee, across the area. Beautiful.
Really?
Just gorgeous skies,
Absolutely.
consistently.
That's great. I mean, this cold front that came through just the other day, really feeling it out. We had another cold front today. That's why we've seen these clearing skies.
And dry.
Dry,
That's
yes.
my favorite part.
Our dew point's just going to drop a bit. Not going to be super humid and not going to be super dry either. It's going to be a nice, comfortable temperature.
Perfect. And how did you enjoy your day with the weather?
Honestly, great waking up. I wish it was just a little bit colder in the afternoon. The sun just being down on you warms things up, and it's not too comfortable.
Yeah, yep, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain later in the week and get even cooler after that by the weekend,
Yeah,
slightly.
definitely. The rain is something that we welcome here too. We've had a drought about 2 years ago. We had a slight drought last year, so a little bit of rain once in a while is not a bad thing.
Always welcome, just a little bit. Not
just
too
a little
much.
bit, not too much, not a downpour.
Don't want to get drenched.
No, absolutely not. But you got to keep the rain jacket just with you a little bit longer. You got to switch between the two, the jacket for the cold weather and the rain jacket as well. Just got to switch it.
Yep. Could be a little bit of everything this week.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous conditions. We'll have more for you, more information on that throughout the show. But right now we're going to send it over to the wall with Jennifer.
Thank you, Dylan and Melissa. And currently here across the Big Bend region, we're keeping things very beautiful out. We're keeping the sunny skies and the 82 degrees. This northerly wind is bringing a little bit of drier conditions in for us, which is why we're seeing such clear conditions out across the Big Bend region. And it's the reason why the map isn't showing any precipitation across our region. So it's feeling very nice outside with these clearing conditions. 82 degrees here in Tallahassee. Overall, nice and sunny across the Big Bend. 77 degrees in Thomasville, as well as 75 degrees in Valdosta. So overall, we're keeping temperatures in the 70s for most of the area, so it feels very, very nice. And as we head into tonight and into tomorrow morning, we'll keep the clear conditions because of the low dew points across our area, and the humidity is nice and low, so 50 degrees when you wake up tomorrow morning in Monticello, as well as 56 degrees in St. Mark's. Your day planner when you wake up in the morning, 53 degrees, so you might want to have a sweater on hand if you're walking to campus to FSU or to any classes. But by the afternoon, we'll start to heat up to around 80 degrees by 4 p.m., so it should be a very nice day with nice, clear, sunny skies to start off our week. Beautiful start to the week as we head off towards our Halloween forecast. We'll give you a Halloween forecast heading throughout the rest of this week, as well as some higher rain chances associated with a secondary cold front making its way into our region. As I'm going to pass things off to Brantley for a more local look.
All right, thanks Jennifer. Here's a time lapse from our camera looking over Doak Campbell Stadium on our weather stem there. A beautiful day today. We had a nice sunrise with clear skies throughout the day. A few clouds moving through by the afternoon hours, but then again clearing up as we head into the evening hours. So a nice sunset is on tap for this evening, and this could be one of the last sunsets we have in the 6 to 7 o'clock hour for the rest of this year, because the time change is coming up this weekend. So we're going to use these extra hours of sunlight while we can. Temperatures right now 82 degrees in Tallahassee under sunny skies, and we expect those clear skies to continue for the next day or so. Currently it's sunny around most of the Big Bend region. Sunny skies in Perry, Thomasville, Valdosta, and Quincy. Temperatures generally in the lower 80s or mid 70s. Our winds are coming out of the north, helping shuttle in some of that drier air that we've been seeing that we've been seeing today. So pretty nice clear skies out there, calm winds along the coast, and then we'll see those dew points a little bit lower as well. So dew points now down to the upper 50s in Quincy, 60 in Tallahassee, 62 in Perry. And now those areas still a little high. They're still slightly in that uncomfortable range, but much more comfortable than it was this time just a couple weeks ago. Our satellite radar nice and clear across the area right now, and it's going to stay that way for the next several hours. The marine forecast tomorrow, don't pay attention to this here. It will be sunny tomorrow, so no storms to worry about. Winds are going to be northeast at about 10 knots, so seas a little bumpy there, about 1 to 2 feet, but there is no small craft advisory. Nice conditions out on the water. Tonight, 52 degrees with mostly clear skies and very light winds out of the northeast. So very nice conditions tonight. Over the next 24 hours, this is our futurecast showing us when we expect rain and clouds to be moving through. We're not seeing anything really coming through the next 24 hours or so, just a few clouds in the afternoon hours, but otherwise nice and dry. So tomorrow, sunny skies throughout the area, highs in the lower 80s, 81 for Tallahassee and Quincy, 80s for all of our counties in the southern part of Georgia there. Our day planner starts things off nice and cool at 8 a.m. as you head out the door, warming up to about 73 at lunchtime. Late in the afternoon, we'll be still around 80 degrees. That's just after we reach a high temperature of about 81. So 81 for tomorrow, 81 again on Wednesday for Halloween there. So great weather for trick-or-treating. But then Thursday, we do see some clouds and rain start to move into the area as we begin November there. So a 60% chance of rain. That's coming ahead of a cold front that will help drop our temperatures down to the lower 70s as we head into the weekend. Now I'm going to hand things over to Melissa with a look at the southeast.
All right. Thank you, Brantley. So checking things out, starting off with the temperature across the board, it looks like mid-70s into some warm 80s farther west. Farther south, we've got 80. In our area, though, a nice 82. So all that sunshine is just warming us up. So then moving into that dew point, we have 60s. We're kind of feeling it. It's not too incredibly low, but it has not been as bad as it was the prior month leading up to this. So that's something we can be thankful for. Well, our humidity, perfect. That's low in our area. Feels great along with this beautiful sunshine, low humidity. You can't really ask for much more. Our winds are associated with a high, bringing us northerly winds into the area. Lots of dry weather to complement that beautiful sunshine that we've been seeing throughout the past couple of days and will continue to see through Halloween. The water vapor just across the southeast, dry, really, really comfortable feeling. As you can see up into our northwest, we've got that cold front that will move into the area by Thursday or Friday. It's kind of creeping our way in general. Satellite and radar, that high hovering over us, keeping us comfortable, low humidity, low dew points, gorgeous weather. There's that cold front that's going to creep in as it moves into the area later in the week, but that will clear us up for the weekend to come, so that's good news. It'll be a little rainy for a little bit. As for today, clear skies. Beautiful. Hope you enjoyed it. Got some outside activity in before that rain moves in for Thursday and Friday. And as for tonight, we can expect that to continue. Clear skies, not much rain tonight, not even much cloud coverage across the southeast. I mean, beautiful, just all over the area. And tonight, as far as our forecast temperatures go, nice, comfortable lows of 50. And if you're like me and get chilly under 75, you might want to bring a sweater out if you're going to be out in this, because it is low 50s. And warming up tomorrow, all that sunshine is going to bring us up back to a pretty warm 81. Further south in the southeast, we're even warmer, down to 84 by Key West. That feels like an early summer right there. And so that's kind of a look at across the area. Our temperatures are going to be comfortably warm with all the sunshine that we'll have. And I'm going to hand things off to the desk with Brantley and Jennifer now.
Thank you, Melissa. We didn't really know who was going to start this one. We have some Halloween events happening across the Big Bend region heading into into Wednesday when Halloween is.
Yeah, the end of the month is coming up, so Halloween's just around the corner here in just a couple of days on Wednesday. So we have a great forecast for it as well. We're going to see very clear skies all day Wednesday into Wednesday night. Temperatures around the prime time for trick-or-treating going to be in the upper 60s or lower 70s. So comfortable out there, not too hot to wear a big costume and not too cool either. So it's going to be the perfect time to be out and about around town. So good weather coming up for Wednesday. And then we do have some rain showers and thunderstorms moving through Thursday. So we'll get the good weather for Halloween and then some stormier weather right after that.
So you might want to alter your plans to make some indoor plans for Thursday if you do have any Halloween trick-or-treating ideas for that. We do have some events happening across the Big Bend area. Spooky Spectacular Ghost Train is happening in Bristol, Florida. 2 trains basically departing on the Veterans off of Veterans Memorial Park. So that's a nice little ghost happening, kind of spooky, October 30th and 31st.
Yeah, they also have Terror in the Wild at Wild Adventures in Valdosta, Georgia, and that is going to continue on to Thursday as well. So even though there is a chance for rain, they're going to keep that going through Thursday. So that's in Valdosta, Georgia.
And then we also have the Scare Fairs, where you can participate in pumpkin carving, costume contests, and other fun activities at the Kaiser University. That is on Wednesday, so a perfect indoor activity for the nice, clear, sunny day that we'll have.
Yeah, Kaiser University over there off of Thomasville Road, so it's right across from Trader Joe's,
yes.
right past the I-10 overpass there. So Kaiser University, that's Wednesday. We also have Ghostbusters screening at the All Saints Cinema.
Yes, at the All Saints Cinema, all the proceeds actually go to benefit the Big Bend Heart Walk. So that is a great opportunity to go and support our local community. That is at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Thursday. So that I think it's Thursday. I believe it's Thursday. Thursday. So there may be some alterations to those plans if we do get some thunderstorms in the area. But overall, the Halloween should be a very nice time here in the Big Bend region.
Yeah, it's going to be great weather. We're going to have nice sunny skies during the daytime, clear skies at night. But again, Thursday we could see some stronger thunderstorms moving through the area ahead of a cold front. So right around this time of the year, we start to see, we have some warmer temperatures for a little while, and then we have a big cold front move through. And usually that mix of temperatures can really get the severe storms going. So we're going to be watching over the next couple of days for the potential for severe weather as Thursday gets closer to us. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, if you're out and about with your Halloween costumes on Wednesday, or you see any cool weather between Wednesday and Thursday, please send us your pictures. We'll post them here on our show and on our social media. So you can send them to us on Facebook or Twitter.
If you have any good pumpkin carving, pumpkins that you carved, please send them in to FSU Weather. We may even post them under our social medias here.
Yeah. And now with a look here at our local weather, we're going to take it over to Dylan at the wall.
Thank you very much, guys. Well, the sun looking like a pumpkin right now, bright orange as we see here, and it's clear outside, sunny conditions. Absolutely gorgeous as this front has moved through and cleared things out. 82 degrees isn't too bad, still a little bit on the warmer side, and we're going to see that trend continue for just a little bit. But 80 degrees not too bad, just a light wind as well. And throughout much of the region, they're seeing clear conditions throughout and starting to see some cooling into Thomasville and Valdosta with 75 degrees in Valdosta, 77 in Thomasville. We're going to start to see this trend of cooler conditions start to move its way down south into the Big Bend, and we're going to see the relief from the front just a little bit into tonight, though tomorrow we're not really going to see much of a relief in our highs. Dew points, though, also following that trend as that front has passed. We see the dropping of the dew points in Thomasville and Valdosta, 48 degrees there in Thomasville, 49 in Valdosta. Here in Tallahassee, though, is still a bit moist at 60 degrees, but that's going to drop into tonight. And with that, your dew point is the temperature which dew forms, and it's usually around where your low temperature is. So we're going to see these numbers drop because our low is not going to be in the 60s. It's going to be in the 40s and even into the 50s just a little bit, but these are going to drop as we get into tonight, and that's due to this passing cold front that's moving its way through our area. It's going to stall out as it makes its way into central Florida, but we have high pressure behind it, keeping our skies clear for the next couple of days. And then behind that is our next frontal system that's going to bring us that rain that we're coming to see, and those cooler temperatures as well. So it's a double-edged sword. Again, you get the rain first, and then you get the cool temperatures after that. Zooming into our area, not a cloud in the sky. These are upper-level clouds. There still might be a low-level cloud, but no upper-level clouds and no rain showers at all. Absolutely gorgeous conditions. Honestly, if you didn't know this time was changing, you would think the radar was broken, but it's absolutely clear, and it's going to stay clear as we go into tonight, staying relatively clear. Maybe a cloud or two, but nothing too bad, and even into tomorrow as well. Waking up clear and staying clear throughout the entirety of the afternoon. Going into tonight, though, 52 degrees, cooling down just a bit, starting to feel the front make its way through. We saw low into the upper 50s last night, so we're going to see a definite difference at 52. Only a calm wind, and that's going to lead to a little bit more cooling with the radiational cooling taking place. And into tomorrow's forecast, warming up again. That's because that sun's out and keeping things nice and warm at 80 degrees, so the front really not helping on that regard. And then as we look into the next, your pumpkin patch forecast, waking up nice and cool, and then by the afternoon, 80 degrees, but sunny throughout. So if you want to go last minute, pick your pumpkin right before Halloween. Tomorrow is your day to do it because Wednesday, probably out of time to carve and set it out. And then as we look at your Halloween forecast, staying relatively similar to today, to tomorrow, staying at 81 degrees and our lows warming up just a little bit as we've seen more warming. Then that next cold front we've been talking about, 60% chance of rain on Thursday, and then we start to get the cooling as those rain chances move out of the area, and then we start to see our lows dip back into the 40s as we get into the next week, and then a bit of rain coming back into Sunday and Monday, but staying relatively cool, getting away from those 80s again as we've seen those 80s creep back into our area. Now let's send it over to Brantley with a national.
All right, thanks, Dylan. Here's a look at what's happening across the country right now. Temperature is pretty warm along the southeast here, staying in the lower 80s for the most part. But as we get towards the northwest, they are dealing with much cooler weather because a cold front just moved through in that area. So we have a warm front in this area bringing some warmer temperatures, a lot more moisture off the Gulf of Mexico. But along the Pacific Northwest, they are seeing some cooler temperatures and drier air. The dew points down along the western side of the country there in the 30s for Billings and say Salt Lake City there, 40s for Seattle. So they are very dry over there. Meanwhile, on the Gulf Coast and in the southeast, we do have dew points pretty high, around 60 for Dallas, Fort Worth, New Orleans, and San Antonio. So pretty uncomfortable in those areas right now. Tallahassee also seeing a dew point right now of about 60 degrees. And our surface winds, we have a lot going on right here. We have a southeast wind coming off the coast there near Texas and near San Antonio at about 9 miles per hour. And then we have some winds coming onshore for the western side of the country as well, helping kick up the seas on that side. We have a lot of fire weather active in that area as well. So our surface analysis right now showing a warm front stretching across the Texas area there, helping bring in some of that warmer air. And in the Pacific Northwest, a cold front just moved through. That's going to help bring some snow into the Colorado area in the next couple of hours here. So we are going to see some winter weather as we get into the middle of the week. Our upper level water vapor does show a lot of moisture here along the west coast, so we do have some pretty heavy cloud cover as we get closer to the west there. But in the lower levels, it is very dry. So even though they have that even though we do have some clouds higher up, it is going to be a pretty dry scenario down towards the ground. In the northwest, they are seeing quite a bit of heavy rainfall right now for places like Maine, and then transitioning into a mixture of snow and sleet as we get into Canada there into the northern parts of New York. Around the west coast, they do have some scattered showers moving in off the coast. There are some similar to our sea breeze storms that we get here in Florida, and those should taper off in the next couple of hours as the sun starts to go down. Along the west coast, we do have a small craft advisory for hazardous seas running up to 13 feet in some places there near Washington and Oregon. So those small craft advisories stretching all the way down the west coast. Meanwhile, in California, they do have a fire weather warning right now because of those high winds and the lower humidity. It is very ripe conditions for conditions to be for a wildfire. Our storm outlook for tomorrow, not looking too crazy. We're only seeing a few thunderstorms possible across the Midwest, but the next day, looking on to Wednesday, we do have a slight risk for places along the southeast there as thunderstorms move into the area ahead of a cold front. Now we're going to take things back over to the desk with Dylan and Jennifer.
Thank you very much, Brantley. Last week we talked about Mount Snow in New Hampshire opening up for the first time. Earliest it's open in 64 years because they saw some snow. We're now going to go over to the west coast where they're going to, or western part of the country, where they're going to see some snow into Colorado. Yes,
we have a handful of winter weather advisories actually in those areas. Brantley was mentioning them earlier in the national. We have a handful of ski resorts open in those areas because they've seen a lot of snowfall.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they're going to see a big transition. We've talked about that cold front coming into our area. Well, they're going to feel it tonight, and they're seeing 80-degree temperatures as their high today, and guess what their lows are tomorrow?
I'm guessing in the 30s at the cold.
30s, they're going to start to see some snow. This is going to bring some rain into their area along with some snow, and it's going to feel nice for them.
What a drastic change in conditions there. I mean, if that happened to me, my sinuses would just go crazy.
Oh, it's hard to kind of dress with that. You wake up one day and you're like, oh, it's 80 degrees, got to throw on my shorts, and then next thing you know, oh, it's freezing and I need to put on my pants and even boots. It's just insane. Luckily, though, the temperatures will warm in the afternoon to the 50s, so the cities won't really be that impacted.
However, some of the mountains there in higher elevations, they could see up to 1 to 12 inches of snow in some areas.
That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow and great for ski resorts there.
Yes, skiing and snowboarding. We've already seen some resorts open. You've talked about Upper Hope Basin is open and Loveland is open as well, but some resorts are still staying closed.
Yeah, there's some of them are still, they will start to open in mid-November, areas like Breckenridge, Keystone, and Copper. So those are ski resorts that will open up later on in the season.
Yeah,
but I've been to Breckenridge, and
Breckenridge is amazing.
In the end of November, if they get a good amount of snow in those locations, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I mean, even getting snow now is not a bad thing because it puts down some good fresh powder just a little bit, gets things going, indicating that we're going to actually see a good season if things plan out.
Hopefully. hopefully with these, with an early season in some of these areas, it will be a nice time to go out and go skiing, especially getting in some, heading into Thanksgiving and all of that. It's perfect time for those for a lot of people to head out and enjoy the cabins and the skiing in some of these areas.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, look, as our Floridians, we don't really love snow, but some of us do love some snow, love some skiing. We don't get that here in Florida.
I like snowboarding. That's my type of thing.
I'm a skier. You got a pizza and you got a French fry, the two things you want to remember.
Well, with that, we're actually going to take a look at some more local things happening around Florida, because you think about those temperatures in Breckenridge and in the Colorado areas, winter weather in some of these areas, I mean, it just feels very nice in those areas with the low temperatures. However, across the Florida area, we're looking at some 80-degree temperatures, so quite a difference from the areas like Colorado. 78 degrees for Jacksonville, as well as 80 degrees in Tampa, 80 degrees in Key West, but we're keeping with an overall sunny conditions because a cold front's moving through the region and allowing for high pressure to kick into place right behind it, bringing some dew points down, especially for the northern areas of Florida, 54 in Jacksonville, as well as 60 degrees here in Tallahassee. So with these lower dew points, it feels quite nice outside comparing those dew points to the 80-degree temperatures. The satellite not showing much across the Florida area. Typically, we may see some sea breeze activity heading on into the earlier in around July, but now we're keeping things fairly clear, especially along South Florida. Not much happening along the radar. However, heading into tomorrow, we'll see temperatures kind of warm for these areas. 84 degrees for West Palm Beach, as well as 85 for Homestead, and 84 degrees along Key West. We'll keep with overall sunny skies with this cold front moving on through. Again, in the Northwest Florida, not much in Northeast Florida, not much happening along areas like Jacksonville and Gainesville. But heading into tomorrow, temperatures are going to range across this area. 77 degrees for St. Augustine, as well as 78 for Palm Coast. Heading on to more towards the west, we'll see temperatures heading into the lower 80s, 82 degrees for Gainesville, as well as 82 for Cross City. But overall, keeping things very nice and calm across most of Florida. The Panhandle not showing much. A great relief for some of these areas that are trying to recover from the hurricane from earlier. 82 degrees in Panama City, as well as 79 degrees in Destin. 79 degrees for Pensacola. They have for tomorrow. May see some cloudier conditions for the afternoon hours. But for tonight's forecast, 52 degrees here in Tallahassee, as well as 62 degrees for Orlando. 67 degrees for Miami, as well as 75 degrees for Key West. Overall, we'll keep with the cloudy conditions for possibility for some cloudy conditions, especially along the Florida Panhandle. But heading on to the peninsula, should stay fairly clear for tonight. Tomorrow's forecast, another beautiful day to head outside. 79 degrees for Jacksonville, 86 degrees for Tampa, perfect time to head out to the beaches there, and 84 degrees in Key West. So overall, our cooler spots will be Jacksonville and Pensacola, sitting around 79 degrees in those two locations. But with that cold front moving on through the region, we'll have that high pressure sticking around, and it will actually feel very, very nice across the Florida area. I'm going to pass things off to Melissa for a look at the local.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that local. Currently, we are sitting at a comfortable, actually kind of warm 82 degrees. That's going to cool off into the evening and start to warm back up throughout the day tomorrow, but we will keep the clear, sunny conditions that we've seen all day today, even into Wednesday. If you are gathering up pumpkins to get ready for Halloween, if you've got a lot of plans through the next couple of days, it's going to be beautiful for you. And our current conditions across the area, similar conditions. Quincy's at 79, a little warmer in Tallahassee. Perry's cooling down to 79. Up north, they're real lucky in Thomasville and Valdosta, even cooler around this time, 75 and 73. Our dew points are slightly higher for Perry and Tallahassee at 60 in Tallahassee and 63 in Perry. Even lower up north where they're a little bit cooler in Thomasville and Valdosta. Feeling really good with that dew temperature, very dry. A lot drier than what we might be feeling for the moment. The northerly winds keeping us dry, bringing us the cooler weather from a little bit of a cold front that's up north of us. Our winds are calm, even calmer in St. Mark's. Tallahassee at 6 miles per hour. Along the Gulf, you can see that sea breeze kind of making that pretty curve all along the Gulf right there, meeting with the northerly winds right there at that little intersection. Our radar, not a cloud in sight across the area, everywhere from Defuniak Springs across I-10 through Tallahassee, and then all the way over, even looking towards our east. I don't see a cloud anywhere. And our tonight's forecast, we can dip down. We're going to dip down to the low 50s, up north even cooler in 48, warming up by the Gulf over in Apalachicola at a 62 degrees for the evening in that area. Tomorrow, all that sunshine is going to warm us up to an 80 degrees, but it's going to be so sunny with an northeasterly wind at 5 miles per hour. Beautiful day for pre-Halloween activities. If you're still on the search for a pumpkin, you got one more day to do it. And tomorrow, you start off a little chilly at 63 degrees. Maybe bring out a light sweater, but only light because by 2 p.m. we warm up to 78. And with that sunshine, a nice warm 80 degrees by 5 p.m. So you won't need that sweater while you're searching for pumpkins in that pumpkin patch forecast. Tomorrow's forecast, warming up to 81 degrees in Tallahassee. Down by the coast, a little bit cooler at 79 degrees in Apalachicola. And similar temperatures up north across the region. Kind of maintains low 80s through Perry down south and Thomasville up north in 80. If you're going to be out by the marine area, that forecast is very similar, 81 degrees. Maybe an isolated storm chance here with the sea breeze traveling over the area. The sea's 1 to 2 feet and a high tide starting at 6:52 a.m., a low tide at 3:33 p.m. So let's check out that 7-day forecast. If you want to plan out your week through Halloween, expect clear weather, even clear and beautiful by Halloween. And then that muggy, rainy weather doesn't really creep in until Thursday or Friday. Thankfully, after Halloween, you get to enjoy your holidays minus all that potentially severe weather that you might see. And clearing up by Saturday and Sunday, a little bit of rain chances beginning back on Monday. Now we'll take it back to the desk with me and Brantley.
Yeah, Melissa, we do have some storms coming into the area Thursday, maybe lingering into Friday, so we'll be keeping an eye on those over the next couple of days because we could see some potentially severe weather with those. We normally see a lot of severe weather in this area in the springtime, around March, April, maybe into May, but we do see a second round of that severe potential coming back for the late parts of October into November. So as we get, November 1st is Thursday, and we do have that cold front coming through, so we're going to keep an eye on that. The Storm Prediction Center does have that slight risk for Thursday. Parts of the southeast on Thursday for mostly over Louisiana and Texas. But then as the storms get closer to our area, we'll see if that expands to over this way.
So by Thursday and Friday, plan to break out those rain jackets.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The rain chances are high there for Thursday, 60%. Those rain chances could even go up in the next couple of days as that storm system gets closer and we get a better idea of how much storm coverage we could see over the area. So until then, temperatures are going to be in the lower 80s during the daytime, so pretty warm out there.
Yeah, pretty warm actually. And at least the rain chances are holding off until after Halloween.
Absolutely.
Not starting until Thursday. So we have Wednesday to enjoy Halloween with some clear weather.
Yeah, Halloween is a very popular holiday here in America. So people are going to be very lucky to have good weather for Halloween. But then afterward, we do have our rainier conditions coming in. But it clears up after that for the weekend. So temperatures this weekend getting nice and cool into the lower 70s, and then lows
and even
down
lower,
into the
49
40s.
to 57.
Yeah, that's pretty
really
intense
going to enjoy those lows in the evenings.
Yeah, the Climate Prediction Center actually just released their stuff for November. They're predicting that November is going to be slightly above normal as far as temperatures for us, but also seeing a little bit more precipitation as well. So we could see a rainier November than what we normally do, also some slightly warmer temperatures.
All right, that's something to look forward to in the next month.
Yeah, so if you have any pictures of the weather, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at FSU Weather. Send us your pictures there. You can also watch us on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather.
Awesome, and don't forget, if you have any pictures of your pumpkins as well, shoot them to us, and we may post them on our Facebook or Instagram as well.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm student meteorologist Brantley Kike.
And I'm student meteorologist Melissa Thomas.
Have a great night.